Hi everybody, it's SimplySweetGemini, and today I'm just going to do a video showing you the mold builder molds that I've been working on lately, as well as do a short how-to video on how to use the mold builder with gauze and stuff like that. So one of the molds I've been working on is this music note one, and I got the following ones from SassyClayMom, so you can go check her out. Got this music note one, and I got this daisy one that she gave me. It's right here. It's really cute. Different flowers. And I also bought a cupcake one from her, but I haven't started working on that one yet. So these are other ones that I've purchased myself from the store. These are lips, and it actually just looks like this. So I thought this was a good size to do for Valentine's Day. So I have these lips. I have this one that says kiss, and this one that says love, if you can see it. Sorry, the lighting's not that great today, but here, looks better here. So stuff like this. I also have this teddy bear one that I've been working on. There you go, if you can kind of see them. Some of them I put gauze on and some of them I didn't. For the ones with gauze, I thought that it would just make the details stand out a little better. Okay, and this mold is an all-type molds that Preclaris Charms is talking about. She said these ones are good for pouring resin directly into, which I haven't tried yet, but maybe I might get around to doing that. So the other ones I showed you were Wilton molds. And then I did a mold that one standout one did a tutorial on. So these are just cabochons that I used, and I taped them onto this plastic sheet. And I've been doing different layers of mold builder on it. And this one is at 8 layers already, but I think I'm going to do a few more layers because it's just still pretty thin. Okay, so those are the ones that I want to show you. Now I'm just going to do a real quick how-to video on how to do the layering, okay? So I'm going to do it on this one as well as another mold I have. So the things that you will need to do this are mold builder from Cast and Craft. You will also need a paintbrush, and this one's kind of yucky because I've been using it a lot. But yeah, any paintbrush will do. So let me just get to a place where I can get to the mold and you can see me. So basically I chose to do this daisy mold that is just layers of mold builder without the gauze because it's a pretty thin mold, so it doesn't require too much. So basically all you have to do is put mold builder onto your brush and then just paint over it. So you can see that there's a color difference. When it dries, when it first goes on, it's like this whitish color. And you just want to make sure that you pull out the mold builder so that you have some edges for you to be able to take out your resin piece later on. So I hope you can see this. Okay, so you just paint it on like that. You don't want to do too thick of a layer or else it will take a long time to dry. Like even now it takes at least about 4 to 6 hours for one layer of my mold to dry. So it does take a lot of time. So you want to make sure that every part is covered evenly. And like I said, leave enough room to pull out your resin piece at the end. So right now it's this whitish color. When it dries, it will dry a yellowish color, and that's when you know it's ready. Like I said, all of these molds that I'm showing you already have 8 coats on, or 8 layers of mold builder on, and I'm just continuing on with it. Okay, so that's finished. So what you would do is you're just gonna put this aside to let it dry off. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. Now this mold is one that I've done with the gauze. Okay, this is the mustache mold. So this is what it looks like. I know a lot of people have been trying to find it. So this is a Wilton candy mold, and you can buy it at Michael's. Okay, so for this mustache one, I've put gauze on it because I want it to stand up a little more by itself. So I'm going to show you how you can put gauze on this one. Okay, so let's see. There you go. So basically what you'll need for this part is obviously gauze. And what I've done is I've cut it up into little squares already. And what I do is I just stick it on so that, sorry, there you go. I just stick it on so that it covers the whole mold part. And it doesn't have to look neat or anything. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and what I like to do is I like to layer it a little bit so that there's no gaps. Okay, and you can kind of do it whatever you like. So the Pastry Diva has a tutorial, I think, on this, but she said she didn't like this gauze. Honestly, I just found whatever I had at home and I used it. I find that if you press it down really well, it kind of sticks to the first layer anyway. And then you'll just take a bigger glob of mold builder, okay? And instead of painting on, you kind of dab it on so that the gauze doesn't come off as easily. Okay, I know that she uses a sponge brush to do hers. I tried doing it. I didn't really like it that much, but you can try it yourself too. They're really cheap. You can get them at Michael's for like 60 cents. So that's not bad if you want to try out which kind of brush you like more. I just want to use the same thing. I find it easier. So you just glob it on pretty heavy. For the gauze ones, it's okay if you put it a little more. So what I do is basically, I will do 4 layers of the mold builder without gauze first to make it so that the mold is smooth. And then I will do a layer of gauze. Okay. And then over top of that first layer of gauze, I would put a regular layer of mold builder, and then if I want to make it even more sturdy like this one, I would do 2 layers of gauze. So put another one on. So for me, once this one dries, I'm probably going to put another layer of mold builder before I call it finished, just to make it smooth, because kind of looks mummified right now. So you got to make sure that you have enough room and that everything is covered once again. And sometimes what happens is if you glob it on, there will be a lot of air bubbles. So you kind of want to get those out or blow it out, whatever you like doing. Okay. So that's pretty much it for this one. Once you got your first couple of layers down, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's not that big of a deal. It will kind of even out itself. Okay. So just make sure all those little parts are kind of secured in the mold builder, and there you go with it. Okay. Now the last thing I want to show you today is how you would go about finishing a mold. So this is one that I pulled off from the daisy mold just this morning. So this one only has 8 layers, which is kind of thin, so I think next time I'm going to do more. But all you would have to do is, after you pull it off, it's still very sticky. So hold on, let me just get you guys in the middle right there. Okay, so what I do is I take just baby powder, if you can see that. Okay, and then I would just put a bit on. Okay, and then just take another brush, a clean one, and then you can just kind of smooth out the baby powder so that the mold doesn't stick on itself. Okay, because once the molds get clumped together, it's a little hard to take them apart. So I would do this for the outside and inside of the mold. Okay, so you don't want. Hi, it's me again. I just want to finish off my video real quick so that you know what I do. So what I did was I finished putting baby powder on the outside and the inside of the mold. And then what I would do is I would take Cast and Craft mold release and I would just spray the mold on the outside and inside just to condition it so that you will have a longer lasting mold and it will be easier for you to remove your resin piece. So I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me, and happy crafting. Bye!